So, welcome back to Growing Pains, the space where we transcend our growing pains, our emotional challenges, and explore ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're talking about validation
Yeah.
and what that looks like, why we seek it, what happens when we don't have it, what happens if we don't validate ourselves, and why we struggle so much with it, and therefore how it impacts relationships too.
Yeah. So I think probably a good place to start off is what is validation? Or down to our personal experience, what do we think it is? What does it mean to you?
Validation. I think it means accepting yourself. Validating is simply just seeing something for what it is and allowing it to be true and valid.
Mm-hmm.
And the lack of validation that we experience within ourselves is therefore then put on others. So we're going to be looking for it to be, well, we're going to seek it in relationships if we don't have it. We're going to seek it in finances if we don't have it. We're going to seek it in a career, a title, a job, something that's going to fill the gap of validation if we don't have it within ourselves. But ultimately, I think it's accepting yourself for everything that you are, or something for everything that it is. What does it mean to you?
Yeah. I think, yeah, what you said, accepting yourself for who you are, but it's making yourself feel a type of way. So I want myself to feel safe and secure or to feel confident. So I can seek that externally or I can try and build that within.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I get something that makes me feel externally confident? I could take steroids. I can go to the gym. I could post pictures of myself on social media for likes and stuff like that. That will tell me in a roundabout sort of way that I am turning into this person I want to be or making me
Yeah.
feel a type of way. So I can externally seek these things.
Mm-hmm.
I can constantly ask for reassurance from somebody for something. That's a type of validation. So I know my thoughts and what I'm thinking and feeling is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Because I may not know that that is correct. So I can ask someone. So, those people that kind of ask questions all the time or always seeking help, that's
Yeah.
a type of validation because they don't really know what they think and what they feel. So they're seeking the answer from somewhere else to make them feel
Certain.
certain, whole. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess underneath validation then is approval, really. I
Yeah.
suppose it comes under acceptance as well, but you're looking for
So,
approval that you are enough or you are okay.
so insecurities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So any insecurities you find essentially, you will seek validation for
Yes.
to make the insecurity feel secure.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
why I said it comes down to acceptance, because you're only insecure about something that you can't accept about yourself. So if
Yeah.
I'm insecure about my weight, or I'm insecure about some characteristics I have, or insecure about who I'm in a relationship with or something,
Mm.
it's because I haven't fully accepted that about myself. And if we're always trying to hide those parts, hiding is something I can very much relate to. If we're always trying to hide those parts, then we're not actually accepting that those things are within us.
Yeah.
And for as long as we don't accept it, we're going to seek externally, can someone else validate it for me that that's okay, that it exists? But because you're hiding, you're never actually showing other people that part of you,
Yeah.
which means you can never be validated. So you're always seeking it.
Yeah. Or you may not even seek it, you may just hide that part of you.
Full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I think the last episode we spoke about, or one of the episodes before, when I went through my, call it a midlife crisis,
Mm-hmm.
2 week dark night of the soul, identity crisis. So for myself, I grew up in Leeds, grew up in a white area. I was the only black family on the estate. Then I moved again, the only black family on the estate. Then I've joined the British Army. So all this will kind of validate me into believing that I am enough to sort of live in this country and
Yeah.
not accept the prejudice or racism that I was experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
So I always kind of seeked approval by doing certain things, talking a certain way, acting a certain way, hiding myself to try and be accepted,
Yeah.
because I wanted to be validated that I am enough.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I found out no matter how much kind of validation you try and go for, it's never going to be enough. I joined the army, I went and served abroad, and people were still being racist.
Mm.
So it's like it's never enough. And at that point, I realised, what, I might as well just be me.
Accept me, myself.
Yeah, and that took years to do. Years to do. I always go back to sort of relationships, but I remember meeting someone that was like, "Oh, you don't talk black. You don't sound black."
Okay.
And I went, "So what is that like? Uneducated and with slang?
Mm.
Like, what is talking black or acting black? What does that mean?"
Yeah.
They made me question it for months. I was like, I can't believe someone said that to me.
Made you question yourself, your whole
Yeah,
identity,
yeah,
because
yeah.
somebody else is looking. Because that's probably because you were in the state of looking for the approval. Because if you
Yes.
weren't, and they said that, you would have been grounded in your identity
100%.
regardless. Yeah.
But that's how I act. I was like, so what does, acting black mean?
Mm.
Talking uneducated, because that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it? But just throughout periods of my life, yeah, looking back, thinking about that, there were certain times and things where I would look for validation for certain things. Yeah, and then on the back of that, again, we always go back to fully knowing yourself and accepting yourself, and you don't seek that external validation.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences with that?
Yeah, all the
Looking for
time.
validation.
I feel like I spent all my life trying to be validated, which I think is a story for a lot of people. But it kind of doesn't show up, or it didn't show up for me until, when did it show up? I guess until things started to break down, like things started to change, or I had to start questioning why patterns were playing out. And it comes back down to like achievements or career titles and all that stuff, where I would seek validation for being enough, or being smart enough, or being good enough, or being like of enough value, or whatever the thing was that I was trying to be validated for. But that always came back down to the lack of validation I had, which I think probably came from my dad. Because if I'm seeking something continuously, ultimately it's love or relationship or connection, then I'm going to always be looking for it externally to me. And I was always trying to fill that void, but I didn't see that until my, I guess, breakdowns in my relationship started happening. Because in that space, then I'm starting to realize, well, why wasn't that enough for me? Because what I was seeking within me, which was to be made to feel enough, I was always putting on other people. Like, are you enough for me? Is this enough for me? And if I'm constantly putting that out, which I was, then I'm actually realizing that that's because I don't feel enough. Does that make sense?
What do you mean when you say enough for the people out there?
As in, am I enough for, I don't know, am I good enough to be in this career? Am I good enough to be in this partnership? Am I good enough to, I don't know, be a good enough, am I good enough sister? Am I good enough anything to anyone? But that's because it's come from a root of me not having been made felt to feel that from early on.
Was it all of those, or was it like a big certain type of
One main
validation
thing.
you was looking for? Yeah. In your life, what was the biggest thing you'd say?
Great question. Great question. I actually don't know. What was I seeking to be validated for the most? I guess just me. Really.
Just being able to be yourself.
Yeah, be myself. That's exactly it. Because in trying to seek the validation, I was hiding parts of myself and molding parts of myself to fit the mold of what I thought enough was, which meant I was never able to fully be me. Which means really what I was seeking was a space to just be me.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that from early on. So then I'm always looking for it in something else. I've just had a breakthrough moment, Luke.
So what happens when I ask questions?
See, this is why I said ask questions. Yeah, powerful stuff. Because if I didn't see that, I would have spent most of my time I would have continued to look for relationships or anything to feel like I'm enough. I've had this conversation with you already. Yeah. And then if I'm asking that question, it's because I don't feel enough already. But that's literally all I'm looking for, is the space to be that, instead of trying to mold myself to be something that I'm not.
Yeah.
And hide parts of myself that I don't want to show.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you writing down now? If you want to know, you should just interrupt me instead.
Letting you speak.
Yeah.
So another way I would validate myself was going down the career ladder.
Yeah.
I would just go for promotions all the time, which would try and make me feel enough. But when I got to general manager, I was like, well, how far do I need to go to feel good enough? I can get to cluster, regional.
It's never ending.
I can own my own business, but then what? Is it going to be enough? It's never ending. It's never enough. It takes me back to an interview I watched with an artist that I follow, Jamie. He was saying, once a musician sort of releases an album, the next question is, when's your next album dropping?
Yes,
when's
always
your
on
next
to
single
the next
dropping?
thing.
Yeah, it's like, is this not enough?
Yeah.
You always want more from me, and it
Yes.
seems people want more from life. But I definitely threw myself into the career ladder for validation, but I didn't know at the time. I thought, obviously, I'm achieving goals, I'm ticking boxes, I'm getting better, but underneath all that was the validation.
Yeah, absolutely.
To be seen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
Hence why I put up with so much bullshit and had to be resilient, because I wanted to be enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then the lack then ends up shaping every behavior you have, every characteristic you have. Because I can relate to that with career as well. Like the amount of times, obviously being in hairdressing, I'd made like this whole business plan to open a salon, what it would look like literally down to the T of every single part of it. And now I look back and I'm like, whose fucking dream was that? It was never mine. It was never mine. And I'm so glad that I was divinely protected that I didn't end up doing that, because then I would have created a life, like we were saying the other day, you have to be somewhere physically all the time. You have to like sell your soul to a dream that you didn't actually want.
Yeah.
And I just look back and I just think, if I had that, I would be so miserable.
Mm.
And I think I probably would have ended up in this space anyway.
Yeah.
But it would have been through some hard shit
You'll have to
instead.
go around the houses to get
Around
there.
the houses, yeah.
Yeah.
And refuse the plan the whole time when the plan's already done. But yeah, I'm glad that that's. I mean, basically what I'm saying is I think I'm glad I caught that I was seeking validation through that before I got too deep into it.
Yeah.
Which goes the same for anything, relationships and otherwise. When you get too deep into something, doesn't mean you can't get out of it, but fucking hell, is it harder?
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I left the gym and I was thinking about opening up my own gym, you know, put planning permission and that sort of thing, and then it just dawned on me again, like, if I open up a gym, I'll be there all the time. Is this what I want? No, I want to travel. I want to have more freedom, more flexibility, have more of a chilled life.
Yeah.
But if I own my own business, I'm doing 60-hour weeks. I've got all the stress. I've got to have staff. It's just stress. So is it what I want, or is it what my ego wanted for the validation?
Yeah.
To be in control, to have the power, to be like, look at me, I've got my own business.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, it's ego.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean to say that if you want that, it's your ego talking all the time.
Yeah.
But for our experience, and I'm sure other people who can relate, it is the question of who am I doing this for, basically? Because ultimately, I think we're just doing it for society and, yeah, the collective approval, because that's the norm. Like you said, like you get the kids, the house, the marriage, whatever. And then what? Like, and then what are you living your life for? If you have no purpose, or you have no drive, or you have no like specific reason you're doing it, like if that's what you want to do, amazing, but make sure it's what you want to do and you're not doing it for your own seeking of validation or seeking of approval or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that can just put you in spirals that it's not fun to be in.
Yeah, because I always used to question people that didn't want to progress and just wanted to just be a normal worker or whatever you want to call it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone wants the responsibility or needs the responsibility or wants the just the hard life.
Yeah. But it's also understanding that people will always have an opinion, because there will be people that's like, that's boring and mundane. Why have you chosen that life? And then there'll be people like, why are you striving so hard? Like someone's always going to say something.
Yeah.
But if you're not, that'll only impact you if you're seeking the approval.
Yeah.
Because someone can say anything about you. If it's not true, it's not true.
Yeah.
Like, I like your red t-shirt, but that's not fucking red. You're not going to argue me on it. It's just going to be what it is. I know it, so it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's can I let people think what they want to think about me? Yes, if I can accept it about me. That's literally it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to say, like, even if I give all my money to charity every single month, soon I still have something negative to say about it. Always. So you can't people please.
Yeah.
You'll never get there. But just thinking about that, go back to sort of relationships. You know, when I was being unfaithful, that was a validation.
Okay. Validation that
because I wasn't in control, but I wanted to feel in control, so I thought I can do what I want.
What did that validate in you?
That I was good enough.
To
essentially being me, because I was emotionally shut off. You know, the sort of the unhealed version. It's like, well, I can be me because women still like me and appreciate me and find me attractive.
Yeah.
You know, even though I'm not what they want me to be.
In this moment, I am.
Yeah, but in this moment, I am.
Interesting stuff. Yeah, because, yeah. So what did you know at the time you were seeking validation?
No, at the time I thought I was just seeking feeling and connection.
Okay.
I wanted to feel something because I couldn't feel anything.
Okay.
Whereas in that moment I could.
Okay. So it's only now...
And that's the power, the control, and that's what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only now in hindsight that you can see you're actually doing it as well for validation and approval.
100%, yeah. I mean, at the time, it may have crossed my mind, but I thought, well, I can do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you condone it with the ego and say something else. Oh, well, it's just what it is. It's only this.
Yeah, we'll try and move it, because that's where the responsibility comes in, when you can start to notice why you're doing it. It's easier to just say, I'm doing it because X, Y, and Z, and move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Which also then detaches you from your own emotion towards it, and then anyone else's too. So it doesn't really matter if I'm hurting anyone, because if I'm detached from what I'm hurting in myself, it doesn't matter who I'm doing it to.
I can't feel that anyway.
Yeah, I can't feel it, so who cares?
So
if
I'm
they
numb
feel
anyway,
it?
so I'm not going to feel when they kick off about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's just a self-destructive pattern.
Yes.
You know, yeah, which we all go into, and we all spiral, and sometimes we can't see the wood through the trees, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just because you're in it so deep and it feels so real, and you think, well, this is it.
Yeah, and I'm just relating that now because we said this yesterday with the fixer. I think that was also because as a woman, we know that in relationships, a woman's often the role is like try and fix the man, change the man instead of change the thing externally to it. But I think even being the fixer is the woman, speaking from my experience, trying to be approved by the man because you're then proving that you have a purpose.
You have worth, you have
Yeah,
value.
like exactly. There is value for me to be in this relationship because
Yeah.
if I don't fix you, what's my purpose?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, because I don't have my own purpose, so I'm going to
Yeah.
try and fix you. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
through that. As in, I thought I was a fixer. But I justified it by thinking to myself, well, if I fix you, then you can fix me. I'm not
So you're trying to fix
responsible for
yourself
me.
through someone else.
Yes. I don't know how to fix me, but if I help fix you, will you help fix me?
Interesting stuff. Yeah, I can see that because really, when you're trying to fix someone else, you're really just trying to fix what you feel.
Yeah.
Because if I change what this person does, then their actions won't impact me or harm me or hurt me or make me feel any pain.
In a negative way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't feel uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
then there's nothing to fix
Yeah.
in myself.
Yeah. So if you
because
change,
you changed.
yeah, if you change who you are, make me happy all the time, don't have to think about my sadness.
Exactly.
Just avoid them.
Isn't that so crazy that this is what we
But
do
how-
without even fucking realizing?
But how hard is it to change someone else to make you feel a type of way?
So hard.
So you might as well just try and change yourself to begin with.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's so easy to see that once you've been through it.
Yeah, 100%.
In the time, it's like, that's literally the simplest thing. I'll just tell them to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But also then it's even like the question of if I can tell them what to do so clearly, why can't I do it myself? Like if I'm saying like, and I'm just thinking like my own relationship. At the time it was, you're doing X, Y, and Z, so it's making me feel whatever. So stop that, and this is how you stop it. But it's easy to then put the blame. This is the thing of putting your blame and your power outside of you again. Because if I continue to put my power outside of me, then also keeps me in a trap of powerlessness again, which reaffirms the loop of I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
We're so complex as humans.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
So complex.
It's just because we think everything's external. I think a lot of us grow up thinking we are powerless because of how we're raised.
Yeah.
And with society, it does take power away from you. You know, you're born, you have to go to school, you have to go to work, you have to pay your bills.
Yeah.
You have to drive a car, you have to do all this stuff.
You have no choice.
You have no choice. So then it does make you feel powerless.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why we're on a self-journey of remembering that we actually have the power.
Yeah.
We are the ones that are in charge.
Yeah.
We are the ones that go to work and go to the police force and work in the hospitals. We're the ones that work at Yorkshire Water. Like, we have the power. It's not the government. It's us, down to every single individual.
Agreed.
So once every individual takes the responsibility of their life, then that's when everything can change within the world. But at the minute, we still think it's external. They need to do this, and things will be better. The politicians need to do this. No, they need to do this. No, it starts with every single individual.
Yeah.
Take your responsibility, take your power back, then we can look at the external. But until then, yeah.
Yeah. Because in that, like waiting for someone, like you said about the politicians or whatever, there's a lot of society is stuck in looking for that being the resolution. Like something will save me.
Yeah.
Something will change and I'll feel better.
Yeah.
But it's actually, I have this conversation so often in my circle. Like it's so possible to live a reality. I really don't mean for this to sound like, it will sound selfish, but it's possible to live a reality where the shit that's going on in the world doesn't actually exist. And I don't mean that to say like turn a blind eye to everything, and because it's happening. It doesn't mean don't have empathy either. It means do your bit, but it also is like, how trapped in something do you want to be and then you keep yourself stuck in that loop of not enjoying life. Go on.
Because you have no control over that.
Yeah.
So you're trying to change something you have no control over. So it's better just to forget about it and do what you have control over, which is you.
Yeah, exactly that.
You can't change your partner because you have no control over that. You can't change anything else. So just control yourself. And
literally the only thing you have control over is yourself.
Yeah.
That's like the simplest rule of life, but it's the one that we get so stuck in.
Yeah, and everything else is just automated, and it's just going.
Yeah.
But again, we're told and we're made to relinquish that control. Hence why we have laws and we have all this stuff. You're not in control. You abide by what we say.
Yeah.
And you're powerless.
Powerless.
But going on to that, how can you be powerless in a democracy? In a democracy, people have the power, but in this democracy, we're made to believe that we are powerless. So this isn't a democracy.
That's why
It's a-
democracy isn't
It's
democracy.
just a false
Yeah,
democracy, yeah.
exactly.
But people keep voting for a false democracy.
Mhm.
No wonder we have no power.
Yeah.
You know, we're giving it away to these people that are telling us how to live. I know how to live.
Mm.
I know how to live. I can smoke before I'm 18 if I want to. I can choose what goes into my body. Why are you dictating to me what I need to learn and what I need to do?
Yeah. Which
You're
again,
not, you don't have the power.
it just comes down to like reaffirming from how we're brought up and stuff. Because if the cycles of our parents believe that to be the case,
Yeah.
then it's gonna inevitably end up on us until we
Yeah.
break it and stop passing it on.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, you can't do that. Why? Just ask why. Why?
Literally, why?
Why? Oh, because you can't, but why? Well, I don't
Literally.
know why.
Literally.
Just keep asking. Which is, did you just say you did philosophy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the why?
Basically, it's everything: who, what, why, when, and why, and
Yeah.
where. But
just keep asking
just
why until you
keep
get there.
asking why.
I used to do that about myself. Keep asking why am I like this? Because of this, but why?
Yeah, until something lands.
Yeah.
Until something lands or until something makes sense, this is what you want to be doing. Like every single thing, if it's a relationship or otherwise, if I'm feeling something, why is it there? And just keep doing that until you get back to the root. Obviously, we're not giving our skills away because this is what we do as coaches. But there are obviously tools and techniques you need to understand the awareness of why. But just ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Why does it impact me? What does this relate to? Who is it related to? Like, it's just the important questions that we're just disconnected from.
Yeah. And even, in yourself, within the world, just keep asking why. You know, why is that? Why are plants green? Why are trees green? Look into it.
Some things you can't control. They're green because they're green.
Yeah, to look into it. Why? But why, you know?
Yeah.
Why is it always cloudy in Birmingham? Like, just why? It's mad, isn't it?
Why does it have its own weather system?
It's same as Sheffield, you know, because it used to be a steel mill town, city.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's cloudy because back in the day, the industrial.
Well, there's always an answer to why.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I love that.
It's not just how it is, it's just how things have progressed.
Yeah. And looping it back to the topic, validate your why.
Yeah.
Because it just if you find an answer for something that is like, I'm upset by X, Y, and Z because this happened to me. Don't like this what's the word? You said it the other day. Discredit. Don't discredit your story. Don't discredit your experience, because we're stuck in that of, you know, when you say like we top trump trauma.
Yeah.
People do it in reverse as well, where it's like, oh, mine's not as bad as yours. You went through worse than I did.
I used to do that. Yeah.
Same, all the time.
It's like,
And this is
it
what
could be worse.
This is what I was saying to you earlier about my story not being valid.
Yeah.
That's why I don't share it, because it's like, oh, someone else has been through something more deep than that. So what's the point of me sharing mine? So find your answer, validate it, allow it to be true. And then from there, you deepen the self-discovery, because the more you do that, the more you get back to how I can change it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I used to invalidate myself all the time. Could be worse.
Because why? Why did you invalidate yourself?
Why did I invalidate myself? Because I didn't want to feel the pain of actually what I'd lived through and been through.
Which is?
What do you mean, which is? Pain.
Yeah, but ultimately...
What, do you want details?
No, I'm saying... trying to help the people understand. It's because you were invalidated to start with. Someone else invalidated you.
Yeah.
So whether you went through something and someone said, oh, just stop crying. Or that doesn't matter, move on with it. You said it before, like, just get on with life. Because you being told that is someone invalidating what you're going through. And so you end up, it's done to you do it to yourself, and then you do it to others.
Yeah, and then I guess if you have a group of friends and you go to them with a problem, I'll just forget about it, just move on.
Yeah.
Again, that's more invalidation.
It's continual.
But then at the same time, the pendulum swing, the duality of that, you don't just sit in a pity party either.
Yeah. How is that pity party though? It's only pity party. Yeah. I suppose it's only pity party if you stay in it, but you've got to see it and be in it fully.
Yeah.
To move through that.
Yeah, and understand it, understand the why.
Yeah.
Yeah, understand the why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good gems coming through today.
Yeah. What else did I used to do?
You thinking invalidation wise?
Yeah. I was thinking of something earlier, but I didn't write it down.
It'll come back.
Yeah. To do with the autism, of the validation of that, of not wanting to believe it.
They're not wanting to accept that part of you.
Yeah, denying it and just not accepting it, but looking around and seeing it everywhere. And then like, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
Just invalidating that. Then the second, obviously, I started jumping on this journey and having coaching, like, just fucking accept it.
We've had this as well with like the narcissism thing of accepting. I know we relate on that.
Traits.
Accepting traits of narcissism within yourself. And it's like, again, if I can't validate that even exists within me, I will keep it there. It will stay stuck there because it will continually try to be seen.
Yeah. So
It's-
we're scared to validate our deepest shadows, essentially.
Yeah, which is the point of
Yeah.
everything we do. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, I feel like validation does come back to a whole sense of accepting everything that you are, because until you do that, you're just seeking it externally.
Yeah.
The question is how we do that.
How do we validate ourselves? I think our conversation earlier we glanced on, it's just building up the confidence within yourself as well. And a knowing that it's okay to be where you are.
Yeah.
Everyone struggles, everyone has a past, everyone goes through things. Just accept it. Look at how it's changed you, and then think, do I want to be this way?
Mm.
And if you don't want to carry on being that way, take the responsibility and start having action and doing the work.
Yeah.
Because we all avoid responsibility, hence why we'll look externally for validation.
Yeah. Someone else can take charge of changing that.
Yeah, or give them the assistance of trying to help to change me, but only you can change you.
Yeah,
Only
absolutely.
you can validate you. Otherwise, it'll never be enough. You know, I know guys that have slept with 200, 300, 400 women. It's never enough.
Yeah.
So at what point are you going to look at yourself and validate yourself and stop doing that?
Yeah.
You know, hundreds of people. I'm like, this is crazy.
And this is the thing of like the mirrors that we talk about in shadow work is if I don't validate myself fully, then I'm just going to be shown mirrors for where I'm still not validated. And it's not just the cycles repeating, it's you're putting yourself, or your body's putting itself into situations so that it can show you what you're still holding on to.
Yeah.
So if I'm a man who sleeps with 100 women, then I'm subconsciously choosing to do that so that I can be shown there's a part of me that doesn't feel like enough or valid or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you either keep yourself stuck in the loop, or you ask yourself the whys. Why am I not confident in that part? Like, this is what we were saying earlier. If I'm not confident in my weight, for example, then at least I need to be confident in the fact that I'm not confident in my weight. It's not necessarily
Yeah.
changing. I mean, obviously
Yeah.
the change will come, but it's owning how you feel about it that is the key.
I like that.
Because you can only not be confident in something that you haven't owned.
Yeah. So what? I'm 6'2". When I left the army, I was about 80 kilograms. I was lanky, basically, tall and skinny. I was confident in who I was, but I just didn't fully like my physique.
Okay.
So I was fit for purpose, fit for being in the army, endurance, cardio, all that sort of stuff, nice and light. But I was like, the day I leave, I'm going to go to the gym, start bodybuilding and put some muscle on. But I was still confident without that muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But when I left, I thought I'd just like a bit more. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, but
So
would you have done that if you weren't? Did a lack of confidence drive any of that?
No, because I don't think so, because I was still confident when I was there. I still get up, I still undress, take my clothes off, do everything else I can do now. I just thought I would like to add a bit more.
Yeah, there's a difference between enhancing and like hating what you are.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get at. Whereas I didn't hate what I was, I just wanted to add more to what I was.
Yeah.
But then I guess with that did come more confidence.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it from a place of pain. I did it from a place of I'd like to change that in the future.
That's just
So
a
you
difference
went-
of conscious action.
Yeah, so it went until I left when I started doing that. When I was in there, I was like, there was no point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I was fit for purpose. For that time in my life, I was okay and I was happy.
Fit for purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that the full circle there is like, you can only be confident in what you own and what you accept. Ask yourselves the why.
Keep asking why.
Keep asking why about everything. And yeah, you can only find validation externally if you validate yourself fully. And that is the work. That is what takes time.
Yeah. Takes
So
awareness.
shout us if you need help.
Takes time, takes awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard to do alone. It is hard to do alone.
Oh, so hard.
Especially if you can't recognise it within yourself.
Yeah, because the whole point of what we do is helping you see what you can't see.
Yeah.
Because it's been pushed so far away
yeah.
in your brain, fragmentation,
Yeah.
that you can't act on it. You
Yeah.
can't. Sometimes you can ask yourself the why question as much as you want, but you still may not get to the root because you can't see the why.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Yeah. So there's still some sort of illusion playing out.
Illusions, yes. Veil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which does go hand in hand with validation, I guess, because you're giving yourself a false perception or illusion of what you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to bring that curtain down and see the truth.
Remove the veil.
Yeah. And, not many people do tell you the truth in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a friend or family member or someone in your life that actually tells you the raw truth about yourself, you need to keep hold of them people.
Yes.
Because most people just lie to you.
Yeah, because people see that as a trigger, see it as somebody who's toxic in my life.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a difference between somebody who is toxic and who's just telling you the truth.
Yeah.
But use your discernment. But yeah, those people who are giving you honest feedback, they're mirroring to you things that you can change and improve and actually feel confident in. Because if someone tells you something about yourself and you don't like it, it's just because you're not confident in that part of you.
Yeah.
Unless it's untrue,
Yeah.
that's different. But if I'm like, yeah, I could say anything about you. If you don't think it's true, then that's fine. But if there's actually a part of you that's like, why
That
the fuck
feels
did
that.
she say this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, well, then there's something to work on there.
Yeah. I think I've had this conversation before. If I say to you, "Oh, you're terrible at doing hair,"
Yeah.
you'll laugh at me because you know that's not true. But if you was terrible and a part of you felt that way, you'd be like, why have they said that?
Yeah. He's
Then
spoken to the part of me that feels it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you feel the type of way when someone says something, that's what you need to look into.
Mm-hmm.
We should go back to triggers.
Yeah. And when you find it, validate it.
Yeah, there's
Done.
nothing wrong with validating a trigger. Oh, being triggered.
Yes.
Nothing wrong
We
with it.
need to be triggered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full circle. This one of my favorite episodes so far.
Really?
We've got it right into the flow.
Just flowed.
I feel like there's some good tips in there as well. So let us know if they work.
Smashed it.
Item. Random item section. Don't forget that.
Random
You go first.
item section. Okay. I'm just trying to think what order to do this in.
Mine aren't always related to the topics, but we'll go.
So a part of my life journey, I guess, especially over the past 18 months of self-discovery, was sort of being able to get to a place of, I'll say meditation, a place of silence where I can think about things and process things. A couple of ways I can do this. I like to go for walks in nature. I like listening to music. I like driving my car. And I also like expressing some creativity. So what I started doing was, which a few people may have seen, started drawing sort of mandalas. One, it expresses some creativity. Two, I used to draw a lot as a kid and I wanted to get back to sort of some inner child work. Creativity is a feminine energy as well, so I wanted to balance my masculine and feminine energy out by doing something more creative. And then I'll have to show the camera. Ended up drawing some of these. But while I'm doing these, I also go into a deep state of thinking, where I can think and process things. So especially if you're neurodivergent, I think it's important that you can take your mind off what's that, the monkey brain, the ego, and actually go deeper into it. And I can do this through drawing. So,
love them. Didn't you say that there's something about the, like you can heighten your spirituality for it as well because of
so ultimately it finishes as something creative like that, but to begin with, essentially you start with sacred geometry. So it's a straight line ruler and a compass and a pencil, and we draw shapes, and by doing sacred geometry like they used to use in the Egyptian times and that sort of thing, it can heighten your consciousness just by drawing it. Because by drawing things like this, you start to see patterns within patterns. And then you can also take that into life, noticing patterns within your life because you're looking into things more in detail.
Yeah.
So what's on the surface is that, but what's below that could be something as beautiful as that.
Show us your favourite.
So within the chaos,
there's beauty.
There's beauty. That's chaos. That's the beauty that's on the end of the chaos. So own your chaos and get to something that's beautiful.
Love it.
That's essentially that. What's my favourite on in here?
I think that's my favourite, the one you just showed.
Really?
It's got pinks and stuff.
Ooh, that was good.
How long does it take you to do one of these?
I normally do on one of those calls, so
a couple hours.
I can do it in a couple hours, but sometimes I split it throughout the day.
Ooh,
that's sick.
That is a good one. What is that?
One of the chakras.
Yeah, which chakra?
Not is it solar?
Maybe.
The one that I couldn't do.
That was sacral.
Sacral.
But yeah, they are very good. That is
good.
A sick one.
It's another one.
Love it.
From the chaos. And it helps me to be more creative as well and be more chill and mellow. Soften into stuff. That's a solar. Yeah, that is my random item. But
Great item.
yeah, I do it for multiple reasons. but more so just so I can get into a meditative state where I can think about things
Mm-hmm.
on a deeper level, because my monkey brain's distracted by doing something.
Yeah.
Listening to music, that distracts my brain. I can go into deeper thinking. Walking, one step in front of the other.
Keeping
I'm
the energy
observing,
moving.
yeah, and I can think of something else. So I think it works a lot for neurodivergent people. So give it a try.
Yes, love that. So, what is my item of the year? Sorry, I need to. So it's so tiny.
Is it a duck?
It's the purple duck.
Oh.
so unrelated to the story. You can't even see it from the camera probably. But basically, at the beginning of this year, we're talking about alignment, and was told that I need to look out for the color purple
And a duck.
and the number 7. Yeah. So obviously, we know doing this podcast and all the conversations and the work that we do, it's all very aligned and it's come very easily. So this is this at the beginning of the year, I was on a walk, and this duck was literally placed in the middle of the path that I was walking, and it was like nothing else was around. It was like it was literally placed there by the universe playing chess. So I picked it up. I was like, okay, this is cute. I'll bring it home. Didn't think anything of it. Then I realised that you're the duck.
I am the duck.
And it's purple.
And it's purple, which is...
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Third eye. Yeah.
Well, it's... yeah.
Well, that makes sense because third eye is your thing.
Yeah. And the number 7.
And the 7 is your life path number.
Yeah, so what is a life path number? Get your date of
Describe
birth.
it. Oh, right, okay.
You get your date of birth, add all your numbers together until it comes to one numerical value.
Yeah.
So mine's 17th of 9th, 88, 1 plus 7, plus 0 plus 9, plus 1 plus 9, plus 8 plus 8. Then you'll end up with 2 numbers at the end. Add those together, it's going to come to one number.
Yeah.
And then that turns out to be your life path number.
So they all mean something, because mine's 1, which I think has to do with like leadership, direction, stuff like that. 7, what does that represent? Do you know? No. Am I Googling now?
Have a quick look. Why not?
Let's have a look.
Let the people know.
Let them know. Okay, so what does number 7? Okay. So if you're a life path number 7, it's called the analyst and the seeker, or the philosopher. Represents a journey. This is so you. Represents a journey focused on intellect, spiritual truth, and deep investigation. These individuals are analytical perfectionists who require solitude to research, introspect, and understand the mysteries of life, often appearing reserved to others. That is you to a T.
That's what I just described with this mandala drawing. Deep introspection.
That is so cool. Okay, so let's do 1. What does 1 mean? Because I'm a 1.
Yaps.
A yapper. So if you're a life path number 1, why is there no description for a number 1? Come on. So purpose of those with life path number 1 is to create the path that others can walk on. There is no path for you because you are the one that is meant to make one for everyone else. Okay then. Hence why they're known as leaders and pioneers. Your purpose in life is to become self-sufficient and create something new so that others will follow you for guidance and bring change to the world. It's a very important life path number. ISIS.
Yeah.
Most powerful god of all.
We're not talking, yeah. I'll talk about the other ISIS.
Huh? Oh, no, yeah, not that one. No. Goddess ISIS.
Get shadow banned talking
That's
about them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never knew some of those bits, but I knew the others. But yeah, research your life path number might give you some guidance, give you some signs, affirmation of where you're at.
Yeah, look into numerology as well if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really interesting, isn't it?
Love it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully there's some guidance in that. I'm sure there's a lot. Please comment your growing pains so that we know what to digest. Like, comment, subscribe. Join our retreat on the 6th of June. Yeah. I don't know when this is coming out, before or after the 6th of June, but we're going to say it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. See you on the next one.
See you on the next one.